A famous ship, the White Star Liner, sank in the past, and pirates discovered some treasures, including ancient plates that identified the ship. Billion-dollar wreck follows Martin Bayerly's quest to find lost treasures on the sunken RMS Republic. Many have tried to get treasures from the ship, rumored to hold up to $7 billion in riches. What treasures have been found, and where exactly is the wreck? Come along as we explore this ancient treasure found in a billion-dollar wreck. The disappearance of the world's largest treasure ship. The RMS Titanic was equipped with 16 wooden lifeboats and 4 collapsible boats. While this provided seats for only about half of the people on board, it was more lifeboats than the mandated regulations at the time. The ship possessed modern Welin davits that could easily double or even triple her lifeboat capacity. But at this point, this didn't seem necessary. The conventional wisdom at the time was that lifeboats were meant to ferry passengers from one ship to another. They were not meant to carry everyone on board for a long period after a sinking. But what prompted this sinking? The builders and designers of the Titanic were well aware that their ship could sink, but they were confident in their design. She was equipped with watertight compartments that could contain or at least slow down flooding in an emergency. The RMS Titanic was designed to operate in the North Atlantic on the busiest shipping route in the world. Should anything ever happen, another ship would almost certainly be nearby to mount a rescue. Their confidence was not just built on years of innovation and design, it was bolstered by another White Star Liner that sank just as plans for the Titanic and Olympics were coming together. A disaster in which the heroic actions of a wireless operator saved everyone on board and created a false sense of confidence in the safety of shipping at the time. The building of the RMS Republic taught shipbuilders all the wrong lessons. How did the Republic help teach all builders the wrong lessons? In what ways was this a curse rather than a blessing? First wireless rescue and the palatial liner, and RMS Republic was a steam-powered ocean liner built in 1903 by Harland and Wolff in Belfast, and lost at sea in a collision in 1909 while sailing for the White Star Line. The ship was equipped with a new Marconi wireless telegraphy transmitter and issued a CQD distress call, resulting in the saving of around 1,500 lives. Known as the Millionaire Ship because of the number of wealthy Americans who traveled by her, she was described as a palatial liner and was the flagship of White Star Line's Boston service. This was the first important marine rescue made possible by radio and brought worldwide attention to this new technology. How was such wireless contact possible? And just how much danger did it help them avert? What happened to the palatial liner? On the morning of 23 January 1909, en route from New York to Gibraltar, she sailed into thick fog off Nantucket. Commanded by William Inman Sealby, she carried 742 passengers and crew. Due to the thickness of the fog and poor visibility, the captain reduced speed and blew the ship's whistle as per protocol. A reply whistle was heard, prompting the captain to reverse engines and turn hard to port. Unfortunately, it was too late, and out of the fog emerged the SS Florida, which collided with the Republic at a right angle midships, instantly killing 2 sleeping passengers. These were Eugene Lynch's liquor magnate, wife Mary, and the wealthy banker W.J. Mooney, not in the same cabin. On the Florida, 6 crewmen were killed, bringing the total casualties from the collision to 8. On board this voyage were such celebrities of the time as Mrs. Sophie Curtis, wife of George Curtis, Mrs. Mary Severance, Professor John M. Coulter, General Barrington C. Ives, Mr. Samuel Couples, a well-known St. Louis millionaire, Mildred Montague, Countess Pasolini, Mrs. Bessie Davis, daughter-in-law of Senator Henry G. Davis. The engine and boiler rooms of the Republic were first to flood, causing the steamer to list dramatically. The Florida, in no danger of capsizing, came about to assist with the rescue of passengers, later joined by the cutter Gresham, responding to the historic distress call. The Florida took on the majority of passengers, which together with her complement of 900 emigrants, placed considerable strain on the damaged steamer. The White Star steamer Baltic also responded to the distress call, but was only able to locate the position of the Republic by that evening. Passengers were transferred from Florida to the Baltic, and a riot was narrowly averted when first-class passengers from the Republic took precedence boarding over the emigrants from Florida. The Republic did not have an adequate number of lifeboats, as did the Titanic, for the quota of passengers and crew. In this case, they were lucky, and vessels in general relied on the busy shipping lane to assist in times such as this, therefore not requiring a sufficient number of lifeboats. The Titanic in 1912 brought this naive shortcoming into the public domain, precipitating a change in legislation. Despite the application of collision mats and canvas treated with sealant to stem leaks in hulls, the Republic sank on 24 January, the largest vessel to sink up until that time. All crew and passengers were safely evacuated, and only the 8 mentioned above died due to the impact of the collision. Up until now, there have been numerous attempts to salvage the treasures that are aboard the Republic. But how many treasures were on the vessel? The Republic's treasure and its billion-dollar worth. A Miami, Florida treasure salvage company plans operations in 2020 to recover gold estimated today at more than $7 billion that the firm asserts was aboard the RMS Republic when it collided with another vessel on January 24, 1909, south of Nantucket Island, Massachusetts, and sank. Independent confirmation that the ship carried a fortune in gold remains elusive. Captain Martin Byerly from Lords of Fortune LLC says he pinpointed the RMS Republic in shark-infested waters in 1981, but has battled in the courts with jurisdiction over the shipwreck and its cargo ever since for the sole right to salvage the treasure. After the 2016 History Channel series Billion Dollar Wreck aired, research continued. They have since unequivocally confirmed one cargo, the U.S. Navy's 1909 payroll and operational expense shipment of $800,000 of today's value, very conservatively $200 million, according to Byerly. And the original Russian State Bank shipment has since been increased from the original $3 million in U.S. Double Eagle gold coins, which gave the History Channel show its title, Billion Dollar Wreck, to now $25 million. That is 45 tons of newly minted double gold eagle coins packed in 6 25 160-pound wooden boxes, gross weight. Today, easily $7 billion. That valuation, too, ignores all the personal effects of her millionaire passengers, left in their staterooms, Byerly said.